All right. So got a big week coming up here. Very good friend of mine and former Lions media relations director, Bill Keenist, is getting inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio this week, Thursday. And I'll be there for that. Bill's been a big influence in my life and a great friend over the years, and so deserving to get this honor. So it's going to be great to be back there supporting him and his, the length of his life in pro football. Also, love to talk about some of the overlooked teams versus the more talked about teams for this upcoming season. And I think two teams that stand out for me as being overlooked, and I've mentioned these before, are the Bears and the Patriots. I think both have had incredible off seasons, starting with each head coach they hired. And Ben Johnson was the sort of pick of the litter, so to speak, in terms of current coaching candidates, who was the former offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, and saw their rise from mediocrity to top of the league. And then all of the good things that happened as a result in the offseason in terms of starting with free agency. They got 3 Pro Bowl or all-pro type offensive linemen, had a great draft, have had really 2 successful drafts and free agent periods these last couple of years. And so I think that's going to stack up very nice. They added Dennis Allen as defensive coordinator, and I think added depth and starting power on the defensive line as well. And then the other team is the New England Patriots, who also got a coveted head coach in Mike Vrabel, former Tennessee Titans head coach, but maybe more importantly, a 3-time Super Bowl winner with the Patriots as an outside linebacker, and so knows the culture that's needed there to win. And I think they obviously landed big with Drake Maye the previous draft as their starting quarterback, and then supplemented that with a great offseason of free agent acquisitions, starting with Stephon Diggs, Mikael Williams, the game-wrecking defensive tackle, formerly of the Eagles. They also added the defensive tackle, formerly with the Cardinals, and then the great offensive tackle in I can't remember his name right now, but so really, again, I think 2 teams on the rise, as opposed to a lot of the teams that are being talked about as taking the next step, meaning like the Denver Broncos, who I also think are going to be an excellent team. And Sean Payton, what he's done there, and obviously the growth of Bo Nix starting last year and had a great rookie season. And then you've got, both LA teams, the Chargers and the Rams, have stacked rosters and finished the season strong. And so there's a lot of other teams out there that, Dallas Cowboys, for instance, being talked about as, had a bunch of injuries starting with Dak Prescott last year. So they're going to be that much better. And so I think personally that the Bears and the Patriots are going to stand out all above the rest. And then we got the Lions, who, for the last couple of years have been really in the NFC top of the heap, just haven't made it to the Super Bowl. But then they lost both offense and defensive coordinators. And Ben Johnson is now the new head coach, as I said, with the Bears. And Aaron Glenn was formerly the defensive coordinator. Now he's the new head coach with the New York Jets. And so not only did they lose 2 top coaching staff members, but they also lost some really key personnel, starting with Frank Ragnow, their all-pro center, and then next to him, Pro Bowl guard Kevin Zeitler. And Ragnow retired. Zeitler signed as a free agent. But then they also lost Pro Bowl quarterback Carlton Davis to the Patriots. And so, I think this is going to, in my opinion, hurt the Lions, whereas all of the other 3 teams in NFC North improved dramatically. Whether the Lions can maintain what they've built up these last few years remains to be seen. I think they'll do it, but I think the Bears are going to make a big jump. And again, the Packers and the Vikings are right there as well.